Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, Kevin.
Welcome.
I hear you loud and clear.
Kevin?
I gotta fix my head.
Did you say Kevin? That's Nevek.
It's Nevek, you
Nevek.
fucking...
Oh, maybe Nevek is actually from Paris. He's from France. He's not from Quebec at all.
I'm from Paris, Ontario.
From Gay Patty.
Nevek from Paris, Ontario.
Moved here to make a name for myself.
I love how your accent's different. It's a Parisian accent. It's not a Quebecois. It's fancier somehow.
Somehow, what you do? Quebecois is, I want the egg side by each.
Oh, merde.
Yeah. Tabarnak, Esti Chalice, all the parts of the fucking church. That's more ugly. So how was it going to be? It was going to be that there was, it just goes right into the jam, and then it goes a theme song, and then it would be this part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that how it goes? Okay, it won't be this part, of course. It'll be the part after
Right.
this part.
The part right after this.
1, 2, 3.
everybody. We are alive. We're not live, but we are alive. We are in the Dutch Hall.
Yeah.
And I am Pete Van Dyke, so this is kind of as close to live from the Dutch Hall as you can get. We are alive in the Dutch Hall with Pete Van Dyke. Welcome, everybody. I'm glad you're able to join us. We are still technically in the hiatus. It's ravaging the band, the Nocturnal Emissions. It's taking its toll on our listenership, a little bit, actually. Not that much. Most people haven't even really noticed.
Oh, really?
They've been on this hiatus.
Numbers are still up.
Yeah, they're pretty strong. You know, France still eating up our old catalog, and you know we fired our old drummer. You know, and now we had to hire another a drummer, and we went because we have a big French audience. We were lucky to find another Frenchman, as it turns out.
Thank goodness.
Yes, Navak. Let's welcome to the show, Navak
Thank
you. Thank
from
you very
Barrie,
much.
Ontario.
Welcome to back.
Uh,
Nice
we-
job.
Yeah.
Yes, from Paris, Ontario.
Wow, eh?
It's amazing how fortunate we are,
Right.
because not only is he like in here with us, and he's a good-looking guy, and you know he adds a lot to the show here. But what a drum player!
Yeah, to be able to
What an
find such a drummer to replace the one that was brutally ostracized by the rest of your group, like really voted out, cast away, shunned by the rest of the Nocturnal Emissions, you know, and to the point where last week, I should finish the introductions. We didn't introduce it. I'm Pete Van Dyke. This is Navek from Perry.
Bonjour.
Perry.
We also have, representing the Nocturnal Emissions today, Steve the Reluctant German, played a hell of a lead guitar. We have the ghost bass player out of nowhere. I didn't even see that guy at all. Showed up, did a hell of a job. And the man on guitar, Dave the Rooster Charters, the man that writes some music for the show.
Oh yeah, it's good to be.
We're
back.
all back, right?
Yeah.
Now, this is kind of like a very old Dutch Hall and a very, like a new one, because this is the first one that was like, we pieced it together. So it didn't seem like we were doing it all like at once. So that, and so it's like, it's way different. The pressure's completely off, you know?
For sure.
Like the sweating part is over. Like you can just kind of take it easy. Now, is this going to hurt the show or help the show is the question. Is the pressure being taken off going to allow Dave Charters to let that goofy looking hair cut down? You know? Stretch his legs a bit. You know what I'm saying, Charters?
I'll tell you one thing I like is not having the bright lights and the cameras right in my face today.
Oh, yes. You know
Oh,
who
yeah.
else likes that? Anyone that had to see the image that was captured by that camera. Eh? I would say that would be true as well of them.
Yeah, I'm back in my Adidas hoodie, just comfortable.
Is this like how it was, Charters? Like you used to dress up for the old program? Did you, when it was on TV? Did you like take
Oh.
time to look at your attire?
Yeah, you got to look good for the audience, right? When you're on TV like that.
I never noticed. In the whole year we did that, I never noticed that you had changed your dress to be more like appropriate. And now that we went back to an audio only show, I can see you look terrible. Like you've really let yourself go.
Oh, it's just back to my old self. I like it.
You said it as soon as you
comfortable.
came in the church today. You saw me and said, "I guess it's just an audio show today." Why? What part of me gave it away?
Nothing. It's like a mixture of the no haircut like,
For the
for God
camera.
knows how long, and I don't know what you're packing extra there. 10, 15 lbs.
Oh yeah, I did. Maybe that's what it was. I kept the weight down just for the YouTube audience, you know, so I look good because you know YouTube adds a few pounds, you know. So I took them off. Now that I'm going back to an audio only, I got fat like overnight. Overnight, I lost like a whole bunch of weight and I gained it back like I didn't even notice at all. 20 pounds, boom, I'm fat again.
What do you think you have to thank for that? Like, have you pegged it down to one thing, or?
I would put it at cheese, mostly cheese.
Yeah,
And I love ice cream as well. I was cheating a bit
dairy.
on my
A
diet.
lot of dairy.
Dairy, yes.
Like,
Yes, the dairy. It's not doesn't because you don't want to know what it is in the back. I don't agree. Like a cow's milk doesn't agree with me. Neither does a goat's milk agree with me. Neither does even a sheep's milk agree with me.
What kind of milk do you use?
Human milk would work because I'm a human. I would not take the milk of a fucking like a mouse or a
Or a hood.
Ratatouille.
yeah or a guinfra, eh?
Ouais, frère, ouais.
Or maybe a petite fuck avec a grand cock, huh? You know what that is? That's a seal with a rooster. I took French, right? A fuck is a seal, right? You could say that
That's
in
right.
French class. You say, Madame. Oh, you say, qu'est-ce que c'est? Oh, fuck. Avec un coq, right? Mon crayon est grand et jaune. Wow, where's my marks, right? You just wow them like that, you know? You had French with me, Dave, right?
Yeah.
Remember we had that one French teacher that always kept putting her hand down her blouse?
Yeah.
You remember her? Don't say her name. She probably lives in the community.
It's on the tip of my tongue. I'm not going to say it.
But she puts her hand down. She would always just sit there and teach us as children, just with her hand right in her blouse, just cupping her own titty, you know,
It was
like
odd, but I like
every once in a while, just tweak the old. Yeah, the fond memories as a child. Those are memories that stick with me.
Did she drive a silver Corvette?
I don't know what she was driving. She'd drive me crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I remember even we had a teacher that would read to us in class, Dave, and if we sat and she would wear a skirt and she'd sit on the desk.
Oh,
And you could look up her skirt, right?
going too far.
Do you remember that though? Grade 3.
Skirts were in high fashion back then.
Yeah, I don't know. I had a good. Those are the memories that I remember. You were actually one of my favorite pictures. I don't ever posted it online or anything, but I have it in my kitchen. It's my grade 6 class picture, and you're in there looking at the teacher's bum.
Yeah, in the class picture.
Yeah, wearing like what are you wearing, an Iron Maiden
They
shirt?
caught me. Yeah, 3/4 sleeve.
Charles is the boss in that one.
I didn't tell my mom it was picture day. Otherwise, I would have been in a suit with some sort of velour bow tie.
Charles always had a bow tie, even some frills sometimes, eh? What did you wear for your first communion? Do you remember?
No, it was something like that. It was a brown felt or like velour bow tie.
Yeah, they dressed you up like the Portuguese, eh? That's what I remember. Did you get a ribbon? The Portuguese kids got a ribbon for the first communion. Remember that on their arm?
Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah, but we didn't get it because we weren't
We were
worthy.
Portuguese.
Yeah, not even the Polish got one.
We got the body of Christ though.
Yeah, you know,
That's what I was in it for.
we're trying to figure out how to make money around this church, eh? And I'm saying, Steve, I go, we gotta, we're a church. We should use the fact that we're a church to try to tie it into whatever we're selling, right? So Steve found that there's this thing called Catholic. What? The Catholic?
TheCatholicStore.com.
The CatholicStore.com. They're not a sponsor, but we will give them a plug. The CatholicStore.com. You can buy a whole fucking sleeve of hosts, like 2,000 hosts.
Anyone can buy them.
Anyone can. I'm making nachos.
Jeez.
Okay? They're not blessed.
Yeah, it's just bread.
It's just bread. It ain't nobody's body yet.
Not even very good bread.
No, terrible.
It's unleavened.
Yeah, but warm with cheese. Mm.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Maybe a
about.
jalapeno.
A little bit of salsa.
Sounds
Shall we have some salsa? Hey?
delicious.
If you were going to make it the French way, in the back, you must probably saute it in butter. Eh? The body of Christ.
Yes.
What do you say, Dave? I think it's blasphemy if you eat just because they haven't been blessed yet.
No, it's nothing.
It's nothing, right? That's what I think too. So let's do it, is what you're saying. So we will. Okay, and
We have his blessing.
we have Cher's blessing on the host nachos. Now, how about blood of Christ sausage?
Like wine sausage?
No, it's blood sausage, but we're gonna call it blood of Christ sausage. It's really the blood of a pig, to be honest with you. That's how we cook it. But we're not going to tell the people that. We'll pretend we butchered Christ
Oh man,
for the sauce.
this is bad.
Going to hell.
That's one of the worst things I've said on the show. And Dave's look on he hates it. I don't know why it makes me laugh so hard. Sorry about that, Charters. I know you're a staunch Catholic, and that goes against your. I can't even do it anymore. It's so stupid. All right. So maybe no on that one because it's a bit of a stretch, right? False advertising is what you're saying, Dave, on that one. So we won't go with that one. Any other ideas, Steve, that we had?
There was a holy mole of some sort.
Oh, holy mole. That's more of a Spanish dish as well. Well, I think the Pope would like that, right?
What is that? Like a jambalaya?
A mole? Oh, it's got every spice in the world, and it just bubbles on a pot all day long, you know?
Mm.
And then you stick some chicken in there. There's like chocolate in it, all kinds of spices. Hey, Mexican mole. You never had a mole before?
Nope.
Holy mole. Steve came up with it. So what we're going to do, it's like a bubbling pot like that. How do we make it holy? Think, Steve, think.
We get it blessed.
No, it's not good enough. It's not good enough.
We throw it at the Pope.
Oh. What if we had it? What if we had a fountain, a mole fountain, like a chocolate fountain, and it just squirted out of the out of the palms of the
Stigmata.
yeah, stigmata thing, and it just or like a chocolate fountain that squirts out of the palms. Yeah, that's blasphemy. Do you know if that's blasphemy, Dave? I don't know. I don't know the rules. I got to get a priest on this show yet. We're gonna have to get a priest on this show eventually, just to get this stuff settled.
Yeah,
Make a note.
Okay, so Charters, Dave, you're back. You were sitting right beside Steve, and I want to get people who haven't maybe been watching or listening to this program lately. You know, during our hiatus, we've had a number of things happen. Number one, there was some sort of a kerfuffle. This may or may not have been resolved since, but it resulted in a vote. The vote led to the expulsion of our drummer, Kevin, the French tickler Boulanger, and Kev crushed by the news, hurt by the person on the lower end, his bass player Wes, who drove the stake into his heart. Right, and the two have not reconciled that I know of. Wes is was remaining, right? You were AWOL. Michael was AWOL. Or Charters, Dave Charters was AWOL. Michael was AWOL. So me, Steve, and Wes went to Jamaica, as it turns out.
Yeah.
To have the summit in the sand to discuss the future of this program. Wes, as it turns out, had the best time of anyone I've ever seen. He actually ended up falling in love and getting married.
Unbelievable.
On the trip. It was unbelievable. And he said he's not coming home. He didn't come home with us. He's actually still there. I don't know if he's ever coming back. So I don't know if we have a bass player anymore because Wes is hitched and is still in Jamaica. I don't even know when to expect him back. If we can ever expect him back. He looked like he was having a great time.
That's really something.
Mm-hmm.
That is a real turn of events there. Also, Michael Bowe, when we had that program, Michael Bowe, which we call our band leader, Michael is also going to be taking a bit of a longer absence from the program.
What?
Yeah, Michael said basically after the last show, he said, keep my boy's name out your mouth.
Oh.
And then I said, are you coming in for the next show? And he said, an expletive. Expletive you, I think is what he said.
Oh no.
And then I think I meant no, because he didn't show up today. And then later on I talked to him, he said, long time. Like he says, I don't expect me around for a while, he said. That's all he said, you know. And again,
Man.
you mentioned his kid's name. If I say it out loud, like Voldemort now, he's going to punch me in my mouth. Okay?
Yeah, I believe it.
You believe it? I hope he punches me when we're on a video show. Because it would suck if it was on an audio show, a real punch in the face, and we're like, oh, fuck, no cameras now?
Son of a bitch.
You just get the reaction.
Damn it.
Sound effect.
I got to tell you, this is the opposite of what I expected when I came back here.
What?
What I expected was the one person who's here, sitting right next to me, would be the one person who's not here. Because I
Right.
voted him off the island. I thought my vote would be like pretty much gospel.
And this is good that you brought it up. Charters, you voted off Steve. Steve, you voted off Dave. That was
That's
you did not do that. Talk about that beforehand.
Nope.
Now, do either of you want to discuss the logic for why you want to throw the other one off? Is there tension between you guys as friends, like, or on the show? Because I don't really pay attention to you guys.
I wouldn't say we're friends,
What?
first of all.
Would you ever call each other, like just to say how you doing?
Not anymore.
No one ever calls, but like text. Would you ever just text them out of the blue and say, hey, how about this? I saw this on TV and I thought of you, or I saw this on the internet and I thought of you, so I forward you this link.
I follow his wife on Instagram, but anytime there was a picture of him, I just swiped it right to the next photo.
Oh.
Right? You said?
I didn't
Swipe right on it? You just keep
Swipe
swiping right, left on it.
I don't know what right and left
The
means. but
truth comes out.
You do so, I bet you.
I know I didn't want to see him anymore, and when I voted him off, I thought that would be the last time. But
So you just didn't like, you don't like him?
wow,
Why did you vote for him?
Yeah.
What you Steve, you voted for Dave too, and you
did.
explained to me earlier before the show
Yep.
why you voted for Dave. Can you explain to the audience why you voted Dave off?
Sure. It's sound logic. You said it was about money, and Dave is a master of industry, has lots of money. So I was like,
He's loaded,
take him out. He doesn't need the money.
super rich.
Yeah.
That's why he dresses like that, so that he can. So, but anyways, yeah, that makes sense. See, that's the thing where he's saying like spread it around. Dave doesn't need more wealth. He'll take it for the team because he's just so goddamn rich. He'll buy his own band, right, and then friends and stuff like that afterwards. That was a kind of a noble thing. Why did you vote for Steve?
I just thought ever since you joined the program, he's just been dragging us down.
Oh, really?
I thought everyone thought that.
Right?
So I thought it was, I thought it was a lock when I said his name, but pretty much right from day one.
Yeah, I didn't know this tension existed between you guys. I've seen you at one time. There was that Radiohead like period on the show where you guys seemed to find like some common ground, and I thought, oh, these guys are gonna work it out, right?
Yeah.
I never thought that Steve and Wes would become travel companions,
Yeah.
but they have.
At
Because,
a summit,
happened.
apparently.
you know, that's
Sort of summit.
yeah. Life changes in different directions. You know,
Yeah.
you never know what's gonna happen.
Unexpected.
Yeah, but you were like you and Steve are the only two left in the Nocturnal Emissions anymore.
It's kind of awkward.
They're the only two left, and you're the two that voted for each other. You know.
Yeah.
And now, like, where you just grabbing anything you can. Do you have regrets at all? Did this all go wrong?
I didn't have any until today when I saw him here. and now I regret that he's here.
Oh,
You think we're going to be able to make this work?
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see.
I have.
I mean, the opener today, like, I guess it worked out okay, but
They re-recorded all your parts, though.
But thanks for writing that riff, though.
Wasn't it your kid that did that?
It needed a little touch up, so I thought I would go back in and do it right.
Yeah.
Hey, you
Thanks
know what?
for bringing your drums, by the way, Nivek.
Nivek.
Not a problem. I heard you last guy was kind of a dick. Didn't even had no drum set, and he was just banging his feet and his hands together, like what an asshole.
It's he was good at it though, and you know what? One person that wasn't offended enough to not be a supporter of our show by the loss of the French tickler was our good friend and sponsor, the Cookie Lady.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
and this is where we would dub in the Cookie Lady song,
If
right?
we had any
Where we'd
instruments.
have it.
Can I
But
open
we
this
have,
up?
yeah, open it up. Charters, now this is purely an audio show now. So the video component of this ritual is lost, you know. So make sure when you're sniffing this cookie and making love to it. Oh yeah, that's it. Breathe it right in there. It is the creepiest thing, man. What are you saying, Dave? Break it down.
You can smell the molasses. Those are real molasses. And it's February, so you know how slow they were getting out of that bottle?
Right.
Hey, you ever hear that expression? Slow as molasses in February?
It's in January. Running uphill through a screen door.
Well,
Hey,
you're not going to be able to hear me break it because they are so soft and chewy.
Hey, Dave.
Silent.
Do you know what molasses are made from? Do you know what they're made from? I found it on the news today.
No, I don't.
Molasses are like the byproducts of when they refine sugar. And they get all this extra shit. And that's molasses.
Oh, it's so tasty.
Hey, you know what brown sugar is compared to white sugar? Just a little bit of molasses. That's all it is.
Oh.
It's just white sugar with a little bit of molasses in it.
I want to know how Susan gets the crystals of sugar on top to be so sparkly. Like, look at them catch the light.
How does she get the sugar to sparkle?
Yeah.
Is that what you're asking? It's a prism, right?
Yeah.
It's a prism.
You're not Susan.
This reminds me of when we're in Jamaica. We're at this, I don't know what it's called. It's like the Benihana's kind of thing, the tapanaki or whatever, you know. They cook in front of you.
On the big grill?
Yeah.
On the big griddle?
Yep.
And they got like 8 people around, and they're all from different parts of the world, and you wouldn't eat supper with these guys normally, but now you are, right? Anyways, at our table, we have this one couple from Montreal. They're like newlyweds, but they're Persian or whatever. And they go, the one time the lady goes, I'm Canadian, so like literally we can like never even be racist, even if we try. Right? And then this American girl goes like, false, like that. Because it's true. Like,
Womp womp.
and I'm like, is that some sort of a challenge? You know? It's like, I'm pretty sure if I put my mind to it, I can really pull this racist thing off. I've seen us do it in Canada. We can do it. Canadians are horrible travelers. They're good in our country. They're tolerable. Like, I don't get mad about other Canadians when I'm here, but when I go away, every single other Canadian that's like all dressed in their Canadian garb and bragging to everybody from everywhere that they're from Canada, you know, like they get on my nerves. Like, just tone it down a bit, you know?
I know exactly what you mean.
You do, right? Have you seen
Yeah.
these people?
I've been abroad, like in Asia, for
Yeah.
example, and you're like the only Canadian person, but then all of a sudden there's a Canadian there and they see you and they come right up and they're like, hey, I'm Canadian. Are you Canadian? And I'm like, just fuck off. I
Exactly.
didn't come here to see Canadians.
No.
I got them at home. I don't want to talk to you. I don't know you. I'm trying to enjoy the whatever I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Not you.
You know what else I don't like? I don't like having the reputation that we're so polite, you know? I don't really think that's, like, it makes us seem weak. Don't you think?
Oh, you think politeness is weak?
I don't know. They always make us sound, you know, when you do a Canadian impression, when they do a Canadian impression, you know what that is? That's someone from Saskatchewan. That's what it is. It's not someone from Ontario.
They say sorry a lot when they do a Canadian impression. Everyone always says sorry.
Yeah, we do actually, and I do as well. I say sorry for everything, even when it's the other person's fault. Someone will run into me and I'll say sorry. Stupid. I don't mean it. They say we're polite, but we're just saying polite things that we don't mean. We will fight you on the ice.
Yeah.
Right? It's true. Like, it's one thing, like, I'll take it out on you on the ice. Fuck, even if it's the Pope.
Absolutely.
All of a sudden, he sticks you in the balls. Pope Francis sticking you in the balls, right, Dave?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? You can drop that
Or
fucker.
rip his bucket off and pop him one.
Damn straight. That's how the fucking Canadians do it.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that kind of pride. What I'm saying is, you don't have to wear a fucking snowsuit in Jamaica all covered in fucking maple leaves, for us to know that you're fucking Canadians. Embarrassing.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Eh?
You guys didn't do anything embarrassing when you were in Jamaica on your summit?
Embarrassing? No, I don't believe we did. I think we were the highlight. We were the perfect gentlemen the whole time we were away. Ambassadors for our country, if anything.
For sure.
That's good to know.
You know, I tried buying. I heard they had dispensaries there, so I was going to buy weed, and then at a dispensary and I asked the bus driver, and he said, "No, there's no dispensaries." And then he sold me weed.
Yeah. There's just me and the guy that takes your bags at the hotel.
I'm the only guy that sells weed in the whole country. I'm like, well, lucky you're driving my bus. It worked out great. Yeah, I want to say something about Wes's wedding that I thought was real funny. Did you notice this? Wes's wedding, by the way, Wes's wedding was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful.
Gorgeous.
And it really choked me up. Serious emotion in that thing. I got caught up right in the whole thing, the whole story of it all. The kids that made me cry. The whole thing was nice. It was very beautiful. I'm not cutting up the wedding at all. I just want to say one thing about it, and that's when Wes is at the front. He's going to say his vows to his lovely wife. And he goes, I'd like to bring together Alicia and Wesley. And Wes's face just kind of like fucking snaps and looks at I thought he was going to belt the minister right then. Nobody calls me Wesley, you know, like boom. I've never heard anyone call Wesley before, and I don't think he liked it.
No.
Would you notice that?
Yeah, it was shocking. Actually.
Yeah. I never even thought he was a Wesley before. It never came into my head that he was a Wesley. Now it has.
Shit.
He's Wesley now, right?
Wesley. Whiskey Wesley.
Whiskey Wesley.
Oh no.
If he hears this, it gets around.
I'm glad I didn't say it.
Say what?
Next vote. I don't know if Wes is ever coming back. I think he's gone.
He's gone for good.
He liked Jamaica a lot.
He sure did.
Man, he may never come back. That guy, I'm pretty sure if he does come back, he's gonna have a lot less skin on his dick. That's all I know. If you do a honeymoon right, is that right, Dave?
Yeah.
Did you go on a
It's
honeymoon?
from all the sand.
Yeah. I always find you fill that. No? Can I go that way?
Well,
Yeah.
it's your show.
You can use. Never mind. I think people got it just from that. Man, this has been a weird show. It's kind of funny though. So we got most of the stuff out of the way here. We got Mike is mad and not coming in for a while. Wes is probably never going back to Canada. And Kevin Belanger, God bless him. You know, can we have him back though? Come on, no.
Wow.
This guy's all right, eh? This one.
Nivek.
Let's see.
The Vec's better. Oh, I say better, hey?
Yeah.
But maybe. Anyways, I think we have to do a segment we call feedback. We got feedback.
We got feedback.
Welcome to feedback. We got feedback. We ask our listeners every week to give us feedback. And you know what?
What?
You guys have. Even in our hiatus, we have got a listener who sent us an email live from the Dutch Hall at gmail.com. Bruce Veltri.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Bruce. Oh, Bruce, he says, this is what he says. He goes, "Hi, Pete. I've been enjoying your post shows. The ongoing who's going to backstab who in the nocturnal emissions is hilarious." Yeah. He likes your little petty bullshit that you have between each other. "I'm curious about your episode note on the Wheel of Death pool. You said, considering the events over the last couple of days, can't figure out what you're referring to. Always curious, Bruce." Well, Bruce, what I was referring to there was the death of Kobe Bryant, because we did the death pool, and then Kobe died, and then we released the death pool, and then I'm like, we missed it, you know. We shouldn't have. That's in poor taste. The guy just died, right? And then I was like, this is always in poor taste. This is a terrible show. It's an absolutely horrible idea to do this. But it's really going to be a record year, I'm sure of it. Because there's been deaths like crazy, eh? Everyone's dying. I think it's only been like a month and a half into the whole year, and there's like a whole bunch of young people out of nowhere died too. And then
Well, yeah, that pop guy who just died. Rapper.
a rapper died?
Yeah.
Was he in our pool? Is he that?
I don't think so, but like maybe it's a new strategy for next year.
Well, that one went real high. That young guy, that's 6'9".
6'9".
You know him?
Oh yeah, he's got a lot of tattoos on his face. Is that the guy?
Yeah, he does. I don't know if that narrows it down at all though. Anymore, does it?
No, this pop guy had tattoos on his face too. I saw the picture today.
There was like a one person from Nanny McPhee. It was like that one of the kids from Nanny McPhee died in his 20s.
Which
Another
one?
like Disney star. It was like 15 that died. And then
Oh, that girl, the variety show host from the UK.
that was she's
yeah,
40.
She was 40.
I never heard of her before.
Drew
Did
Carey's ex?
Is that who it was?
Same person? Or she's
I don't think so.
oh.
No, some girl in England. She was like a tabloid favorite over there because she was kind of a train wreck, I think.
Oh.
And then
She used to host like American Gladiators or one of those shows.
or like Big Brother or something. I don't know. I don't even know. That's what we're talking about her ass. We're not British. It was some other girl, but it turns out she's dead. Yeah, not in our pool. And that Queen's husband there lives.
Felipe?
Yeah, but Kirk Douglas dead. Huh?
Did someone have him?
Oh, yeah.
Lori did. Lori is the kiss of death. She got first to die again 2 years in a row.
He was like 103 years old or something.
Yeah. The curse of Lori Ball. Right? She killed him. That's what they say. Like, I think Robbie Krieger, or no, John Densmore, maybe. One of the people from
The Doors?
the Doors. I think it was one of them. There's only one remaining.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What?
Not Ray Manzarek.
Raymond Zarek's dead.
He's already gone. It'd
Oh.
be,
It was either Robbie or John. One of them had died.
really?
Can you Google it? Do you have a
I don't have a phone.
You don't have your phone. Well, how old are you guys? I thought you guys didn't have phones. Or I'll do it. I'll check it out here. Say, who's dead in the Doors? Is that how you ask it? Who's dead in the Doors? And they go, Ray Manzarek. Come on. Who has died from the Doors? And they just tell you about Ray Manzarek. How about Jim Morrison? He's dead too.
What?
Did you know that? Anyways, I don't know. I think one of them died. No, they keep talking about Ray Manzarek. Singer for the Doors is dead. Oh, now we're talking. Jim Morrison is dead. That's true. And then Doors drummer John Densmore is doesn't say if he's alive or dead. Damn it.
Huh. Interesting.
Curse of the Doors is what I was going to say.
Thanks, Internet.
Well, that's what I was thinking. If somebody else brought a fucking phone, you wouldn't have to host the show and look everything up and eat a delicious cookie at the same time. You know that, Dave?
You're making a lot of crumbs.
It's hard to do all these things, Dave. So, was it? So we had...
Feedback.
yeah, we did it with Bruce.
Oh, thanks, Bruce. You're the.
He's the listener of the week. Is that what you're going to give him?
I was going to, but
Drunk with your own power? You want to cut? Do you want to click Steve? Are you going to dress like worse next week too? Like, is
well,
this
if
if you come back?
I didn't know it was going to be just like this informal, so I'll probably
Let it go.
Why not?
Yeah, man, I'm for it.
It's radio.
It's
There might be no pants next week.
Great.
Just underpants.
That's all right. You know what? If I got a question. This is what happened in the summit. We didn't even talk about what happened in the summit. This is what we decided in the summit. Number one, Wes is born to be free. That's what we learned. So Wes is going to be free. That's number one. Number two, the hiatus sucks shit. It's no good. It's took all the fun out of everything, and it's no good anymore. Hiatus over. Done. And but Pete's new show, still a mystery. I have no idea. So the problem is, live from the Dutch Hall, off hiatus, back on, not live. It's just the Dutch Hall, right? But the Pete's new show, still in production, still used to, would be the only people that are candidates for the band, would be the two of you, right? So far, there's no biters at all for that shit program, right? we have to get a better show than that. Mm-hmm. So what I'm suggesting is that the old show just becomes the new show, and then Pete's new show, we just work on making it still, but it has nothing to do with used to fuckers, right? Is that right? It's like, but we have to get the old guys back.
Wow.
It's going to be hard.
Why?
You really insulted Mike's baby.
Well, fuck. Does it kill you to work on your vertical? Seriously, he's going to get freaking eaten up in the paint. I told him that. Yeah, do a few fucking vertical jumps and so you don't get eaten up in the paint. The boy's got to learn how to block out. Block out for rebounds, man. He's weak. He's weak under the glass. God damn it. I said I wasn't going to turn on that boy again, but I did it. Didn't I? He's weak under the glass. Alrighty. Does that make sense? The show is, I think we should just go back to doing the Dutch Hall, but like this.
Some people seem to like the old show.
Mm-hmm.
The old one was the only one people liked. No one liked the YouTube one. I don't think anyone watched it. Maybe like a few people, but a lot of people listened to it. So why don't we just keep doing things people like?
Mm-hmm.
And then we can help make something else, but not stop doing the thing people like, That's what Steve came up with in the summit.
Summit of the Sand.
And I thought, that sounds good. So if you don't like it, blame Steve.
Mm.
But otherwise, we're going to still be doing lots of new programming here at Spiky Bell Studios.
Yeah.
And we do have a great idea for the new Patreon service, which Pete's new show and a lot of the new shows that we're working on here are going to be part of. We're still putting that details together, but we are making progress on all that shit. And we still have a bunch of really cool guests that we're working on booking for March and April. So there's going to be a lot of cool things happening. We can't wait to announce. And there is a comedy show that we're going to do down at Rosie's at the Royal Rio. People might know it as a Delahaye Motor Inn or the Kick and Stab, depending on what era you're from. But we will be doing a comedy show there. And it is on February the 29th, which is a Saturday. And it should be a great time. Come down, and we will have Anthony Malekis headlining. And I will be hosting it, I believe.
Cool.
So and the rest of the lineup's to be determined. We have, I think Justin Gale. We can say Justin Gale's and he's confirmed so far. But sweet. We have the rest of the lineup will be confirmed, and it's 8:00. And if you want to get tickets, go either live from the Dutch Hall @gmail.com or Spiky Ball Studios @gmail.com. Oh. And that's it, right? Anyone else got anything to say?
No, it's good to be back, I guess.
Yeah, what about the coronavirus, Dave? Are you worried about it?
No.
You work with people that go from all over the world, traveling goods and such. Does this slow down trade?
I don't know about trade or anything like that, but I do know that if you don't put lime in your Corona, then you're playing with fire. So,
is that how they got it?
I can't figure anything else out.
No, this is what I heard. They somehow stuck a bat in a bottle of Corona, and then they stuck that bottle. They drank the bottle or stuck it up their ass or something that made the bat fuck thing that made this new disease. Like, is that right?
I don't know, but even if all that
Are you a
happened,
scientist?
if you had lime in the bottle, you would have been fine. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, with the bat?
Put the lime in the neck.
There's a bat in.
Simple.
Makes sense.
Is there not?
Bats hate lime.
And
You ever see a bat on a lime tree?
yeah, they don't like it.
Oh.
Or well, fruit bat.
A citrus bat.
You know what? You know what Brandon told Brandon McIntosh told me. He said you know those flying foxes.
Yeah, they're like big bats, right?
Yeah, and they eat fruit, right?
Oh no, are they big bats? No, they're squirrels. Are they bats?
They're bats, flying foxes.
Okay.
They look like a fox, but they have wings.
It's like the biggest bat there is.
Yeah, man, they're huge, and there's like zillions of them all together, right? And they go around and they pollinate and eat fruit, right? Anyways, these fucking things. Brandon says, I said, did you see them when you're down there? Because they're like impressive. There's like clouds of them, you know? He says, yeah. He got close to them and he said he could smell this like really nice smell. It was fruity and it smelled really pleasant. And he asked, what's that smell? And the guy says, it's bat shit because they eat nice fruit all the time and their shit smells great.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where is that?
Australia.
Oh. That's worth the trip.
Go down and eat some shit, Dave. Hey?
Make some marmalade.
I bet you if you were like an early human and all of a sudden you see this shit on the ground, but it smells great, you're going to try it out, aren't you? You're going to try to eat it, right?
Yeah, follow your nose.
I bet you people eat bat shit, the good smelling stuff. Maybe it's even good. Who knows? We have like 3 or 4 like hardcore Australian listeners of our program. Like they really are real people that listen to our show. If you're one of the people in Australia that listen to our show regularly, you are a precious gem and we love you because they're there every week. Same region, same everything. It's just really good listeners, eh? Yeah. And they think they're probably like a whole bunch of people in Australia listen. No. There's like you and like 5 other people that do it.
Well, let us know about the bat shit.
All right.
Anyways, if people eat bat shit down there, you gotta let me know. And also, I know there's a dairy farmer that's listening from Australia. Do people ever fuck a teat dipper? We still haven't had anyone admit to fucking a teat dipper, but I bet you someone's done it.
Sure.
With iodine. I hurt myself on every vacation. And on this last vacation, I just hurt my toe. And then it was just walking on the beach and there was a rock sticking out. So I kicked it by accident. And then my toe all split and started bleeding real bad. And then so Jane ran to get me some Band-Aids, but because she didn't want me bleeding all over everything. And then instead they got me a lifeguard and he puts me up to the splash pad and he sits me down on like a duck chair. And he puts a Band-Aid on my toe. I'm a grown man.
Did he carry you from the beach?
He didn't carry me, but it's like embarrassing, to do that. I can put my own Band-Aid on, but I felt really embarrassed by the whole thing. But I did want a lollipop at the end of it.
Did he try to sell you weed after too?
Yeah, he did. He said he didn't have it, but he said he could get it. Right. I don't know what that means. He goes, I don't actually have it, but I know how to get the good stuff. That's what he told me. I said, thank you for the Band-Aid. And they poured on a whole bunch of iodine on my toe, and he also poured a bunch of peroxide on my toe. Oh. Both things that my mom did when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if either of them have any sort of medical benefit in today's day and age. I don't know. Yeah, but it's good to see people are still doing the old school stuff, That was pretty good. Anyways, what was your biggest takeaway about Jamaica?
Oh, I love the people. I love the area. I sort of felt like I was being asked to buy stuff a lot from people. I felt like a walking dollar sign wherever I went.
Yeah.
But I had a ball.
Yeah, even in the hotel, eh?
Oh.
They even asked. Well, they didn't do it on my hotel, but you were attached to the main building, eh? Yeah. That's what they'll do. They'll fuck you over there.
They're everywhere.
I can't believe some of the tactics they use. They're like, don't if you don't buy my excursion or whatever, I'm not gonna be able to feed my family, kind of thing. Like, They guilt you into it. It's like, no way. Definitely not going to work on me. Opposite effect. Hey,
Yeah.
I'll go out and kick your family in the shins if you do that to me. That's what I say. It's dirty pool. Two can play at that. Me too. That's what I say. Right, Dave?
Yeah. Tug on their heartstrings.
Right. You know, you can buy a priest's robe on that same website, eh? We saw one for $45,000. It had gold threading in it.
What?
Something tells me he's gonna wear it next week.
Yeah, man. You want to get me that for my birthday?
I'll have to go a size up.
The Hiatus 20.
You're loving that I'm fat now, eh? because it's like it's more fun when I'm fat, eh?
A little bit.
Yeah, because like I'm weakened. You know that you can always make fun of me because I can't catch it as fast because I get winded. God, don't drop anything on the ground either because I can't bend over to pick it up anymore. I used to be able to touch my toes freaking easy like 3 weeks ago.
Now you got to take a knee.
How do you get fat so fast? I wasn't even like. How do you go from not being like I was like thin, like pretty thin. I lost 50 pounds. I gained 30 of it back already. 20 in a week, for fuck's sakes, in Jamaica. I gained it before Jamaica.
Yeah.
Ice cream.
Damn it.
It's the dairy.
God damn it. Why is a cow's milk so delicious? Why is it so delicious?
Could you imagine if it was human?
You think a human milk would taste better than cow's milk?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it is sweet, isn't it?
It's sweet.
You ate a lot of your wife's breast milk, didn't you, Dave?
No.
Ever?
What? When you had 4 children, so did Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Steve's still eating the milk.
So plentiful.
Yeah. He's got freezers full of it in his house. But you'd like to pretend that this was just for the children, nothing to do with you, right?
Yeah.
You never tried it? Never just was trying to bottle feed some pumped milk?
Everyone's tried it.
Okay, there
Everyone
you're being
who has
honest.
kids.
There you're being honest, right? What it tastes like to you.
I don't know. Just like, it's kind of sweet, I guess.
It was sweet, wasn't it? It's very sweet.
I'm not a sweet guy though. I don't put sugar in my coffee. I'm like,
Right, but you
I
love
like
those
cookies.
cookies.
Yeah, I do like the cookies.
What do you think? When you would like to have one of those cookies and just squirt some breast milk right on top of it? Wouldn't that be good?
Be honest.
Come on, be honest.
No, it'd be
You
too
know-
sweet. It'd be too sweet.
Too sweet. I like it.
Too sweet.
What if you separate it and then and then made some like sour cream or whatever out of the heavier stuff,
Dip my pierogies in.
Aw.
and then the other stuff you just have like as a skimmed. It would be less sweet, maybe.
I don't know.
Too much butter fat in it. You think that's gross to eat human milk? To eat human milk? I just don't see how that's gross. You ever see a cow's udder up close? It's got shit all over it, right? You ever see a woman's boob up close? No shit. No shit on it at all. If you see a woman with shit all over her tits,
Don't drink it.
you don't drink that one. But cow's milk, no one's got a problem. Shit all over the tits. Well, you put a little iodine in the nipple, eh? That's how you clear it up.
And
Anyways.
peroxide.
And peroxide. Yeah. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that has been our program this evening. If you'd like to support us, just give us an email, send us a text, wave at us on the street, shout out at us at your car window. We're gonna appreciate any feedback we can get. And until next week, we will see you, NT. See you next time.
Thanks for listening.
Au revoir.
Oh, Novak.
Nevek.